guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you my recipe for these brownie chocolate chip cookies. They are to die for. They are dairy-free, gluten-free, vegan, keto, paleo, sugar-free. What else? They're everything free. But they're delicious. They're high in healthy fats, antioxidants. They have Lily's chocolate chips, which are my favorite, and a little sea salt sprinkled on top. So if you guys are dying to try this recipe, please keep on watching. Okay, so now I've set you guys up. I'm gonna show you all the ingredients you need to make it. It's so simple. So a half cup of roasted unsalted almond butter. I like to use roasted just because I think it gives a little bit more of a flavor, but you can totally use raw almond butter as well. My Lily's dark chocolate chips. These are, I'll show you the package. These are them. They're sweetened with stevia, so they're sugar-free and they taste delicious. Then 2 tablespoons of raw cacao powder. So you can use cocoa powder if that's what you have, but cacao powder is the unprocessed form, so it has a lot more nutrients and antioxidants. It's super high in antioxidants. Then baking soda. My Simply Organic vanilla extract. Then we're also going to be using, or I'm going to be using, a egg replacement. So you can kind of see it like has the texture of an egg, but I don't eat eggs. So I use this Bob's Red Mill egg replacer powder. You could use a flax egg, I just don't find they work as well. And you could also use an egg, I just personally don't eat them. And then lastly, we're gonna be using this fiber syrup by Benny Sweet. I am obsessed with this stuff. It's sugar-free. I'll show you guys the nutrition facts. Incredible stuff. And I've tried this recipe with honey and maple syrup. I recommend maple syrup over honey. I found it didn't work out quite as well, but let's get into it. So it's super, super simple. So we're going to start with the almond butter. So just half a cup of almond butter into the bowl. And the great thing about this is that it's a 1 bowl recipe. So you don't have to worry about cleaning up a bunch of different bowls. Next, I'm gonna add in the egg. So there we go. Then the 2 tablespoons of cacao powder, which smells so good. So before I add in the liquid sweetener, I always like to put a little coconut oil. So I'm gonna add just like a little bit to my measuring spoon because I find it just slides right out instead of having to deal with it with the spatula. So then we'll use 6 tablespoons of this Benny Sweet. Then our baking soda. A little bit of pink salt. I just do like 2 shakes and then I like to sprinkle some on top at the end. Then a whole teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, so then you just mix everything together. Okay, so then once it's all mixed up, you can see it's this gorgeous brownie batter. So you guys can also make brownies out of this if you want. I just like having them as cookies because then you get like the crunchiness on the top and really soft on the inside. And then finally, I'm gonna add my chocolate chips. And I like to add about a 1/4 cup and stir it in and then see if it needs more. Okay, so now you can see the batter. It looks and smells delish. The amazing thing is that there's no egg in this one in particular, so you can eat the batter. So if you wanted to, I've rolled it into balls and put it in the freezer before. And then they're like these little cookie dough frozen balls. They are to die for. So now we have our delicious dough, and all we're gonna do is use our tablespoon. And I just like to scoop up 1 tablespoon and just shape it with my hand. It can get a little sticky. If it's too sticky, just pop it in the fridge for a few minutes. So this recipe made 9 cookies. So all I'm gonna do is just like give them a little smash down. And I like to keep them a little thick in the center just so they're still soft, so they'll crunch around the side while they cook, but then still be like nice and gooey in the center. Here are the cookies. I'm so excited. I'm gonna pop them in the oven right now at 350 degrees and I'll be right back. Okay, so I was just editing the video and I realized that I didn't tell you guys a couple of things. So the first thing is the recipe may vary depending on your almond butter. So I've noticed on this different times that I've made them, you know, at the beginning of your almond butter, it's super oily and a little more liquidy, and then at the bottom, it's a lot more hard. So the texture of your cookies are very dependent on that. So when you are making them, make sure you're really stirring up your almond butter. So this batch was a lot thinner because it was at the top of my almond butter. I made them last week and it was towards the bottom where it's a little harder and a little less oil, and they were a little denser and kind of chewier in the middle. So it's totally up to you guys and what you prefer, and I just wanted to let you guys know there's a little bit of variation. Second thing I forgot to mention is and forgot to do in the video is I like to add a little bit of sea salt to the top of the cookies before I bake them. So a little bit of Himalayan pink salt or some flaky salt, and they taste delish. Yeah, so enjoy the rest of the video. Are fresh out of the oven. I thought I'd give you guys a little close-up look at these cookies. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So they're a little soft right when you take them out, but I am going to put them on the cooling rack and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just transferring the cookies to the cooling rack. Just show you how crunchy they are. I don't know if you can hear that. And then soft they are in the center. So I bake mine for 15 minutes because I like them really soft in the middle and then crunchy on the outside. But if you guys like them crispy all throughout, I'd bake them for like 18, 19 minutes. I wouldn't go past 20. That's when they can start to burn on the outside and then they'll taste a little bit bitter. And if you like them softer, bake them for like 13, 14 minutes and they taste kind of more like Subway gooey cookies. They're delicious. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Comment down below if you made them or what other recipes you want me to see. Maybe I'll use the base of this recipe to try some other ones, like maybe a lemon poppy seed cookie. That sounds amazing. If you guys have any other ideas, pop them down in the comments and I'll be sure to check them out.